Hi everyone, it's Miss Dragonfly back again, here to bring you the next episode on love, relationships and life. Now, as promised last week, I will be going into the secret of what makes a forever relationship. Now, I always say that nothing can beat life with the right partner. Nothing else. It just doesn't compare to being on your own. Being on your own just doesn't compare to it. However, you are better off on your own than with the wrong partner. So, what is the secret to a successful relationship? Well, it's just so simple that most people don't even realize it. So, here it is. It is simply to be able to get along with each other just by being who you naturally are. Now, it seems so simple, but it's actually, you'd be surprised how many people just don't realize it, and not even these proclaimed experts as well. So it's so simple, it's actually a revelation. To illustrate, remember one of these puzzles you used to play with as a child, where you need to fit the shape into the correct hole, or the one that is the best fit? Now, just like with this puzzle, remember, you had the square block, and where should it best go? The one that is the match for it. And the best match would be the square hole. Now, what if you try to put it into, say, the round hole? Square block, round hole. Doesn't fit. However, what if we force it to fit? How could we force it to fit? We'll cut off the corners. It will fit. It will fit in. However, it won't fit properly because it's not covering the whole. It won't be covering the whole hole, and it's no longer going to be a square with it. Will it? It's going to look pretty funny. That's the same as with a relationship and matching two people. You should find the partner that you are naturally compatible with, that it fits naturally, rather than someone that is not compatible and then trying to make all those little adjustments and compromises in order to fit. So just like the example with the puzzle, one, you're never going to fit properly anyway, and two, you'll no longer be yourself, really. Just as that square, if you cut off the corners, it's no longer going to be a square. It will look a bit funny, and it didn't fit into the circle properly anyway. So, most important is to be able to get along naturally, just the way you are. They're going to appreciate you so much more, and also the feeling of being loved for yourself as well. Just like the square hole and the square block, you've got it made. Then you'd have someone that appreciates us just for who we are. And so it work out much better in the long run. Able to be yourself all the time and being loved for it. Absolutely loved for it and getting along like a house on fire. So what is the simple answer? It simply is relationships fail because both partners are not naturally compatible. It's as simple as that. And that's what all it boils down to, really. So people have just chosen the wrong partner. And so it's one decision you make as to who you pick is the most crucial one, as it sets the tone of the relationship to come. So if you start off with the right partner and able to be yourself and being in love by being yourself, then that will continue on for the rest of the relationship and for your lifetime. However, if it's with the wrong partner in the first place, then problems are going to come. Okay? And so the more wrong that partner is, not because anything they've done wrong, so to speak, but because of how different they are and incompatible the both of you are. The more incompatible you are, the more problems that will pop up, and the sooner that it will come up. So that's why all these the things that relationship experts say you've got to do to work through it, that only comes up, and you need to do all that if you pick the wrong partner. Problems understanding each other stems through you both being incompatible with each other, very different personalities. Trust issues stem from you both having different values, and wanting different things is a symptom of having different goals in life. You have to continually work at your relationship, putting a lot of effort and compromises and trying your best way to communicate, then in order to keep it together, then it's a sign of an underlying incompatibility between the two of you, and that's why you need to do all that in order to compensate for this inherent incompatibility. It's not the ideal situation, and that is the situation that you want to avoid. You know, so if you are naturally compatible, inherently compatible, then you don't need to make all these compromises and so forth. You don't need all these big discussions to work out what and all the issues and what you agree with, because if you're naturally compatible, then you're going to likely agree with what each other decides anyway. So no need for these discussions, and because you're likely to agree with what they decide, what your partner decides, then this is where the trust comes in, because you're going to trust your partner to make the right decision, because what they decide is likely going to be what you would have done anyway, what you would have decided anyway. So that is when you are able to trust your partner to make the right decision. That's where it comes in, and that's where it comes from. The trust, because you both would agree on that, and you both understand each other so well, and without needing all this effort in order to understand each other. Because you understand each other so well, you don't have to work on your communication, so to speak. On the other hand, if you are not inherently compatible, that's why you keep having to do so, and you have to keep explaining. You have discussion to try to agree on what to do, and even if one partner has made a decision, then you have to keep explaining the decision and why you made it to your partner so they can understand their point of view. Whereas if you are compatible, you wouldn't have needed to explain, because your partner would have just got it why you did so. And your partner wouldn't have a problem, because I would have decided the same thing anyway. No issue. So, in my next video, I will go in to explaining more in detail what being naturally compatible means. Okay, until next time. Thanks for watching the video, and if you've enjoyed it, please click on the subscribe button and share it with all your friends. As before, if there's anything specific you'd like me to cover, then mention that on the comments below or post on my Facebook page. So if there are enough requests, then I will cover it in my later videos. Okay, and if you'd like to discuss your relationship with me, then you can book a session with me through my Facebook page, and I will get in contact with you to arrange a time. Okay, and you can ask about, you ask for a life reading, any relationship coaching or life coaching and so forth. Okay, and reminder again that I will be uploading my videos every week on Thursdays in the Asia Pacific and on Wednesdays everywhere else. So until next time, bye for now.